Well, I don't see nobody on yet, but there's a lot of lives going on today. They got the Woats tournament gonna go on here if it ain't already going. Rustic is already live. So we may not get any visitors on ours, but that's all right. So we just got set up out here. We just caught our first fish. When we stepped in the truck to warm up for just a moment. And I got to figure out how to shut off these notifications. Do not disturb. All right.
Jerry caught bait this morning already. Or dinner. Depends on how many other fish we catch. They burst all the way up to this bank.
Good. We're down here at our favorite fishing hole down here in Kansas along the Republican River. So far the bite's a little bit slow, but there's a lot of big carp jumping up and down out of the water. Good morning, y'all. Thanks for stopping in.
Very peaceful. Very peaceful today.
We caught one small drum so far. It's actually, with the exception of all the decent carp jumping out of the water, it's a little bit slow just now. But we got some live bait and some night crawlers. Yeah, we kept the drum. We're going to keep a few small fish today. We got a elderly guy up in Lincoln. Hello, Miss Chrissy. Yeah, I'm going to try to step in on your tournament footage today.
Oh, they got a tournament?
Yeah, the Woats tournament. Miss Chrissy's one of the hosts. But yeah, we got an elderly cat up in Lincoln that we've known for a long time, and he really loves his fish, and so about once or twice a year, even though we're primarily catch and release, if we think we're going to catch up a decent amount of small pan size or whatever, eater size, then we'll keep a mess of them for him and go give them to him. Otherwise, we pretty much just catch and release because we don't really care to eat fish ourselves. we'd rather catch them next year than kill them this year.
It's slow but beautiful out.
Now it's finally starting to warm up. It was pretty frigid when we first got here, but that east wind looks like it might be starting to switch slowly over to the south, which would be really good.
Maybe I'll try a hot dog. A cheese-filled hot dog.
Hot dogs work. It may not be popular, but it works. Normally we got grandson running around making all sorts of noise, but he stayed up half the night playing on his phone. So he's taking his nap right now.
Yeah, and when I told him to go to sleep, all he could say was fish, fish. We weren't leaving at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, he was ready to go fishing as soon as he got to the house, but we're old, we wanted a nap. He's 5. He'll be turning 6 this year.
What state do we live in? We live in Nebraska, but we're fishing in Kansas right now. We buy yearly fishing licenses for Kansas because it's one of our favorite spots.
I gotta get my glasses so I can read better.
His phone doesn't have service, he just plays games on it. But when we're outside doing outside activities, he doesn't get his phone. Because outside is for outside activities. How did I get off what I was watching? There we go. Yeah, the bite is slow, but we're outside. That's all we care. Our daughter's babysitting our disabled son and the dog, so we have a little bit more freedom this time around.
We brought our little boat with us, so if it actually does start to warm up enough, then we're going to take grandson out on the water and go downstream a ways and see if we can fish us a stump hole or two. It's a little brisk right now. It's under 50 degrees.
Oh, there went a cart. What is swimming along the bank over there?
Say, is that a duck or a muskrat or something? Got a muskrat or a beaver or something where you live at 76? I can't lie, I'm a little jealous. I'm going to point this thing the other way, see if we can go see what that is swimming around over there.
He's coming out from the bank now.
Yeah, that looks to be as big as I can make it. As smooth as that thing's fishing, I'd say that's probably a small beaver. But this really is a beautiful spot. And it never really gets overcrowded. Sometimes there'll be a few locals that'll come out here, but I mean, overall it gets a decent amount of traffic, but usually not at one time. Most of the locals try to keep this as a secret, so we don't tell too many people about it either. But upstream there, around that bend, there's a boat ramp where when the water's high enough, like it is now, you can set your boat in the water. But it really is beautiful here. And at night, you can see the military doing their practice or whatever you call it. You'll see
war games at night.
You'll see tracer rounds going through the air and all that stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, your little cannons going off.
A lot of this ground down here is military. So you got to be careful what you're doing. Make sure you don't get in the wrong spot or you'll know about it right fast. Dang it. Okay, it might not have shut off on me. Hello, Burko. Thank you for stopping in. Mr. Lynch, tell your uncle thank you for his service. We are rather patriotic. We appreciate our military personnel. And I have a growing list of names. And when I'm able, I make, since we do powder coat and stuff like that, I'll do like drinkware or rod holder or something like that. And, you know, when I can, and just give it to a veteran and thank you for their service. I think I did 2 tumblers this year so far for people that are affiliated with us. Randy Swain is a veteran and Thomas Wilson is a veteran. I don't know if you'd call it pro staff or what it is. What?
He said I find those parts very rude.
I don't know if you'd call it pro staff or what it is, but those guys are affiliates. They represent our company, our little business, and we appreciate them.
Yeah, change the hook on that other pole. That one's really small.
You might check the bait on your first one here, because I don't know if it was the wind or what earlier, but I saw the line twitching a little. Might reel that one up and check your worm. So we got 3 different baits in the water today. And oh, another carp jumped out of the water over there. Again. They must be getting ready to spawn or something. I got a baby bullhead on my Meat Hunter Patriot rod. And then on the orange Meat Hunter next to it, I got a baby carp on that one. He's mostly dead though, because he jumped out of the bait tank and was laying on the deck for a while. Janice picked him up and put him back in the water. He's alive, but not very much. But hopefully he's alive enough to get somebody's attention. Then on our other 4 poles, we just got night crawlers. I've never actually caught a flathead in this spot. Some of the locals tell me they used to be a lot more prevalent, but they're pretty sure that the blues just took over. In this area, the blue catfishing is second to none. Them guys that know how to fish the lake up there. Morning rigging for fatties. Thank you for stopping in for a second. But the locals here, when they catch a 30, 40 pound blue cat up on the lake, they don't even think nothing of it. They just, yeah, it's okay, throw it back in the water. Or neither one of us have ever caught a 30 or 40 pound fish. And we would love to catch it. But to these guys that know this lake and this area, the 30 or 40 pound blue is just Tuesday. It's not even, they don't even get excited or nothing. Being robbed, people. All right, throw it back up. Must have some littles running through. Well, I hope you get one, Reagan. We always hope to get one too. We just never get anything that's classified as a monster. But we keep trying. I'm just happy to fish. Since we have our grandson, no, I missed that one. He didn't even bite hard enough to steal my night crawler, so. Since we have our grandson, but we don't have our son today, we're going to get out on the boat as soon as we can and go find us a stump hole downstream. I brought a few bullheads This one of the guys that fishes down here a lot more than we do told me a spot downstream a ways that I can go try for a flathead. We just want to wait till it gets a little bit closer to 60 or so. Before we try taking grandson out on the water. This is actually a really amazing section of river. There's a lot of spots where there's rock banks in that, like where I pointed the camera upstream. That whole bank is rock right there around that boat dock or boat ramp or whatever you call it. And otherwise, pretty much this whole bank all the way down and around that bend is all nothing but stumps. So I can see why the locals get pretty excited. Thank you, Josie. I appreciate that. I can see why the locals get excited, but yet they keep everything a secret because they don't want everybody coming down here and catching all of them. I don't even know what poles. Yeah, you can see that one a little bit. There's a kid I work with, about 20 years old. I gave him a fishing pole that I bought last year. It's a good rod. It didn't really fit me though. But it's a good rod. I picked up a decent sized cooler in my front yard with it, and they'd handled it like it was a small drum or something. I just didn't, the handle wasn't quite long enough to suit me. So he wanted a good rod. So I was just like, well, here you go. I invited him down to go fishing with us this weekend, but unfortunately he made a bad decision, so he's on probation. And his PO was out of her office, so he wasn't allowed to ask for permission to come down with us.
I gotta re-put that one rod holder in. So
What's that?
I gotta redo that one rod holder so my pole sits right.
Was it just not going in far enough or what?
It's sitting too close to the wall, so my pole isn't sitting where I want it.
Well, where's the mallet?
I got it. It's going in the ground.
Got a decent variety of poles that we're trying today. I've been a fan of meat hunters since I first heard of them a few years ago. I got 3 of them with me. I got 2 of them in the water. Then this one over here is a pro angler that belongs to grandson. Then that first pink one there of hers, that's that new Hellcat Revenge. One of our guys, PJ Rogerson, has them raffle games on Facebook, and she won that rod off of his game. And then she's got a meat hunter and a Mondo cat over there that she's using over on that ledge. Her Mondo cat is her #1 rod. She just catches the heck out of fish all the time with that thing. Not today so far, but that rod literally catches more fish than any other 2 rods in our collection put together. Oh, she's got a hit. Snatch him up. Turn the camera so they can see you if you went behind the rock. Show him to the camera.
I will.
I'll grab the pliers. Whatever I do, Willie.
You got a slimy little blue. Wow.
Yeah, I blew it up since you was way over there.
Slimy little blue. Off a night crawler, Andy. That was rude. Didn't want a bath this morning. I got hair on my face.
So as usual, she outfishes me. My drone was half that size. But that's okay. I couldn't think of anybody better to get outfished by.
put a hat on so my hair is out of my face.
Well, somebody's heading to that other spot.
Yeah. Time to rebait. Woohoo! Cut it off the mondo. And it slimed my line.
What's that, Josie? What do I mean by what?
I think I left my phone over there.
Morning, Wildcat. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, Wildcat was just giving us a little booster there, Josie, that's all. This is actually really slow for this area. Usually when we come down here this time of year, April and May, usually, whoop, my carp's getting a bite. Definitely not that baby carp that did that. Hey, have a good day, Josie.
Carp are still jumping all over the place.
Yeah, but I'm pretty excited that my baby carp had a good pull right there. Turn my bait clicker on. Oh, nightcrawler's getting a bite.
You can almost see him. We always catch fish down here. If it's only even just a handful of them, or our last trip down here last year, we caught 80 fish. But we had like severe thunderstorms and tornadic warnings going on when we were catching all of them. Really like to see my new rod get a fish.
Yeah, last year we came down during that storm in May. We were watching funnel clouds off in the distance, and the nearby town had the siren going off. And we were soaking wet from all the rain, but we were snatching up fish right and left. Like we couldn't keep a hook in the water.
Another carp.
It was a pretty amazing day of fishing. Another one rolled right over there.
Well, yeah, we always catch fish down here, like I said. Whether it's just a couple or a handful or a big bunch of them. They were all eater size last year. Anything 10 pounds and under is what we consider eater size. Everything out above that goes back in the water.
Match them up. Looks like she's got another one over there. Well, maybe. We'll see if it comes back. It pulled on it a few times. That looks like she missed it. Never mind. She did get it. It's just a little drum. He might find himself in pieces on a couple of hooks later. It looks to be just that size. But it could also find itself alive and whole on a hook, right close to a stump bed after a while too. Who knows? I'll have to shrink it down for you.
Just little bait. Cut bait. Live bait. You never know. Sun has to shine before we get on a boat.
Well, it looks like that east wind is back.
At least they're done doing their prescribed birds in this area.
Had a couple of bites on grandson's rod a few minutes ago and then nothing, so I think I'll go check that and see if that worm's alright. So not a lot of action so far, but by the looks of all these puddles, it looks like we missed the prime time already, because it looks like the rain's already been through either yesterday or this morning. That would have been the prime time to be out here. These poles would have been hammering all through that storm. We've been fishing down here off and on for, I don't know, 20 years, I bet. This old man that we used to work with, he's passed on now, but
Hey, I'm coming, hey.
he showed us this place a long time ago, probably 20 years ago. And then one of the locals back then told us about this particular spot, and we just fell in love with this because we're river rats anyways. And we just fell in love with this spot. Got a nice bank where when the kids was little they could walk down to the water and throw the fish in, and now we have a grandson, and this is our favorite place to bring him because he can walk right down to the water and throw the fish back in the water. Looks like he's awake from his nap, but he decided he ain't coming out yet. It's still a little cold for him.
Bunch of vultures.
Well, there must be something over there they like. So I'm pretty sure this is the only place in my whole life where I've caught fish on an east wind. I just do not catch fish on an east wind. I don't know what it is, but I just don't. But down here, we still got 3 fish in the cooler, even on an east wind. And it's after the rain. What was interesting is last year, usually after May, the gar pretty well take over on this section of the river. And what's interesting is last year we didn't even, I don't even think we seen a gar in here last year. Around the other river that we fish, that we primarily fish, we normally don't see any gar in that one until
Another big carp.
I don't know, at least the middle of the end of May, where this year we're already seeing gar over there, which is kind of interesting. And we used to catch quite a few decent channels out of this spot right here. Back in March, we were up on that other spot, and we caught a couple of channels, maybe 3. But last year, out of all the fish we caught in this spot, you could probably count on one hand how many channels we got. Everything was blues, all of them. We didn't even catch a drum out of this thing last year. Caught a couple of decent carp, but that was it. So it's kind of encouraging to see a couple of small drum in the cooler right now. Even though it's not necessarily what we came after, just to have a variety. You know, we don't necessarily have to have a particular catfish. We like to fish, and it's kind of fun to just have a variety. Like, I personally like catching them big old carp, and down here these carp get big. Years ago, when this flooded out once, and this here section where we're parked at was all underwater, we went up to another spot way upstream where the banks are a lot taller, and there was a couple of kids bow fishing, and they had probably 40 of the biggest carp I ever seen in my life laying all over on the dry ground. They were going in the floodwaters and shooting those carps, and I mean, those are some big carps. Like the small ones that they was killing, like, I don't have a huge hand, I don't have a small hand, I got an average size hand for a guy that's 5.5 feet. But these carp had mouths as big as my palm and bigger. Like, they were massive. And they were just killing them with bows and throwing them up in the grass. I don't know if somebody told them to do that or what, but I don't know. We personally don't do that. Get a bite?
No, I was just trying to see how many people are over on the other side.
2 or 3 vehicles right now. One's just pulling in. Black pickup. Or dark pickup, I should say.
Yeah, I think I see 2 trucks over there now.
It's a good spot.
Be careful, it just jumped right in front of that sandhill crane. Might be eating some dinner. Oh, he's hitting one of my flugers. I might be able to get over there on the other side.
Now, up in Nebraska, we got a lake called Callum's Reservoir. It's up, I don't know, probably north central. Really good lake for channels. And they say there's some good crappies in there too. We ain't fished it much because it's about as far away from our house as this place is. And we prefer this place. But they have a big carp tournament up there every year where they have so many carp up there. Uh-oh, my carp's getting bit. Can you hear my clicker?
No. Yep. See if I can turn you towards him. He's got a live carp on that one. It's getting pulled around pretty good right now. Something's been playing with it off and on. Right now I'm just using worm. I might switch to something on one of my other rods after a bit. They're taste testing it. Sorry about the wind, guys.
Yeah, I dropped it again. But yeah, up there at Callum's Reservoir, they got so many carp up there that they have a tournament every year where, uh-oh, my worm.
Oh, he's got one on his wormy worm. I'm gonna go, hopefully it's a blue or a big carp. Another blue. I love those two.
Yeah, you will. Got a nice little blue, probably about 3 pounds.
Perfect eater size. Hey, you still got your worm even. Better take it over and show grandson.
It's a nice little fish.
The gentleman and his wife that we give these to are Asian, so literally none of the fish is wasted. They make fish soup, they use their eyeballs and everything.
Mangled my worm up pretty good. Put a new one on. Yeah, the hook's still sharp yet.
Check my bait. Oh, I haven't even got any bites off this. Maybe one nibble.
Now, like I said, I couldn't tell if that was a bite or if it was a wet, so.
And Meat Hunter got its bait stolen, and Lamondo Cat's caught too.
Yeah, I've caught 2 off grandson's pole. my meat hunter is the one that excites me. The way something's pulling on that I like.
I love my Fluger reel.
Hello, Tracy. Thank you for stopping in.
Go check my one bait.
So with the east wind, it's not as active as it normally is when we come down here, but my little baby carp has been getting some attention. Something's been pulling the bait feeder out on that a little bit here and there. And we got 2 good eater sized blues, probably about 3 pounds each in the cooler, and got a couple of bait sized drum. So whether we give them to the elderly couple or whether we chop them up for bait, those 2 drums will get used for something. Drum ain't as good a bait as a bluegill or something like that, but we do catch fish off of it. And honestly, blues really don't care what they eat. I mean, they have their preferences, I guess, like anything else, but at the end of the day, if they're hungry and it's there, they're going to eat it. We've caught them blue cats out of here on all sorts of things. Back in the day, we used to use Chinese shrimp. I ain't been able to find any in several years, but they used to have shrimp over at Walmart that was from China. It was marked China on the bag, and that used to be our #1 bait down here other than shad. And honestly, my bait net was the one thing I forgot, so I can't even try for shad. And the bait shop that used to be right down the road here, they closed up. That couple got too old and their health ain't all that great. They had a military veteran that had it open for a couple years, but for whatever reason he closed up last year, so we can't go buy nothing from there. The next real bait shop is 20 minutes away, 25 minutes away from here. So whatever we brought with us or whatever we catch out of the water here, that's what we're going to use. know if the wind gets any worse. Right now it's down a little bit, so hopefully it ain't too horrible on the phone. But if it gets any faster, I'll just shut down the live, because
somebody's been using cup bait down there. There's tails all over the place. There's a half a dozen at least.
we're going to cut up that smallest drum and throw a chunk of them out there. See if it works. I've noticed a lot of folks that try to do a live when it's really windy. All you hear is the wind. You don't really hear the person.
Maybe I'll try cup bait.
It'd be nice if this little bit of wind would come out of the south. Not only warm it up, but get the fish active. No, this is our favorite spot. Out of all the places that we're able to fish, which technically today we can fish wherever we want because our daughter and our son-in-law was good enough to watch our boy for us. But out of all the spots that we're capable to fish, this is our favorite one. And so it takes about 3 hours or a little more to get down here, but if we can get this spot when we get here, we're always grateful. I don't know that we'll actually see it, but it would be all right if we could see a little sunlight today. That would be great. size. Probably a pound or so. Real pretty little blue.
Well, we got live bait, we got cut bait, and we got night crawlers. So far, the night crawlers are catching the fish. Jerry has had tugs on his nice little swimming carp. And there's some little fish still in bait. I'm hoping that wind don't pick up any more than it already is. Because I cook our food when we're out here. Brought my percolating coffee pot. We make coffee when we're out here.
Back in the day, we used to never catch fish down here on these things. But for the last 3 years, these things have been king. You're ahead of me now. Shame on you. It's early enough in the year, that's the way it should be. I think you still got the biggest fish so far, though. Something going on with my night crawler again.
Yeah, I haven't got, both mine had worm on it. The water temperature's not bad, they're not ice cold.
Well, it's been warm lately, just not today.
It's all right.
But hopefully it'll start picking up. Wonder if I should reel in that little carp and check him out, or if I should just leave him out there a while longer.
This is 52. It feels like 50.
Poor thing was almost dead when I threw it in there. After the way he's been getting pulled around, he's got to be dead by now. Might chunk him up and just throw the head out. It'll warm up when you set the boat in. First thing I want to fish is that brush pile down there.
Here he must have landed in a hole. Another drummy.
So these things have a really cool, like a blue-green color. And I don't know how many of y'all know this, but drums have what I call rocks in their head, right up in here. I don't know if they're cartilage or bone or what they are, but I always just called them rocks. A lot of people don't know it, but I've chopped a lot of these things open over the years and just gave those rocks to little kids. Like, you can make jewelry out of them or whatever you want.
They're almost like a mother of pearl.
A lot of people don't know it, but that's the reason that they're called a drum, is because those two things in their head, they just rattle them together. Takes a small amount of effort to get to them, but they're kind of neat when you find them. starting to finally get a small collection of fish in the cooler. We got 3 or 4 drums in there now, little guys, and we got 3 or 4 small eater-sized blue cats.
Dang it.
Whatever was chewing on my little baby carp earlier, it ain't been back in a while. I'll probably give that another hour and then I'll reel him up and see what condition he's in. Shoot, maybe they managed to get him off the hook. I don't know. He was mostly dead when I threw him in there. So I'm sure after something pulled on him a few times, he's probably totally done now. If he's still there, I'll chop him in half and just throw his head back out. I don't remember what they're called, but I got a trophy cat hook on that pole. It's like a J hook, only it's shaped like a V. The bottom of it's kind of like a V instead of an actual J. That particular design is probably my favorite hook. I don't know who the first one was to invent it. I'm sure there's more than one that'll lay claim to it. But I know I personally like that particular design. I snatched up several flathead last year out of the other river we fished with that design. And it stuck right through their head every single time. They didn't go nowhere once they got it.
This hook sharp? What's still your hook? I'm going to take that bait hook off. Little bobber.
So we got a variety of hooks we're using right now. For the time being, the primary hook that we have is a trophy cat tackle. He's got some really good hooks. I don't know who actually makes them, but our hookup rate with his hooks are pretty good, pretty high percentage. But we also got some other hooks too. David Timmy Hughes from down in South Carolina with his Edisto River Outdoors. We have some of his hooks and some of his rattling deals. Not really much for current right here, so I'm not using any of them rattling deals today. I might throw one after a while though, when we take some of the bigger bullheads down to some stump piles. I might throw one of his rattles on then. But we got kind of a variety of hooks on us today. We got River Cats tackle. I can't remember that old boy's name, but they're really good hooks. Randy and Lisa Swain sent us a couple packs of them to try out because we hadn't tried them yet. So one or two of these poles got some River Cat tackle. I think they're a 5/0. They're really nice solid built hook, and they're sharp. I think we got a third brand of hook on one of these poles too, but I can't remember. On my little grandson's pole there, I just got some little red eagle claw J hook thing on it that we use for bait fishing. when we're trying to catch bullheads or something, we use them little cheap hooks. I just never took it off. I just threw a worm on it and sent it out there, and so far the fish I've caught have been on that one. Hey, your Hellcat's getting a wiggle over there.
The Hellcat is?
Well, it wasn't the wind. Huh. Hey, Josie. We caught a few small fish since you've been gone. Something was wiggling it. It didn't look like the wind to me. So I got some live bait on my two meat hunters over there. I got a baby bullhead on the Patriot one, and then on that orange one, I got a baby carp. Or at least I did have. Whatever was pulling him around earlier might have managed to get him off, I don't know. I'm going to let it sit there a while longer and see what happens. And my little grandson's pro angler over here is just a little medium action rod. We usually use that one for catching bait, but today it's been catching fish. And that Hellcat over there, that pink one, the Janus one, off of PJ Roderson's Facebook games. Then her number one rod over there, her Mondo Cat pink rod. Then she's got a meat hunter over there too beside that one. I didn't bring my Mondo Cat this time. I wanted to give Grandson's pole a good try out and see what happens. But so far, like, there's a lot of good rods out there that we ain't tried yet, but so far I'd have to say our favorite two rods are, as a couple, I should throw that out there, as a couple, our two favorite rods is Meat Hunter and Mondo Cat. Besides the part about actually catching fish on them, one of the things I really, really like about Meat Hunter is their customer service is probably the best there is. I don't know of anybody that's got better customer service than Charles Crook. That guy is, like, they don't make any assumptions. Whatever you order is whatever you get, and it's made right here in this country. It's made right down here in Arkansas. When you order it, it gets made. 2 to 3 weeks later, they ship it out to you. And they'll do it pretty much any color combo you want, I reckon. They'll put your name on it. I got a couple of meat hunters coming. They finally got finished up on Friday. I don't reckon they'll ship out till Monday, I reckon. I got a couple rods coming for us with our business name on them. But yeah, Josie, let me turn this camera around here if it'll turn. Got some little bullheads in there that we're going to use for bait, and we got a few blues and a few drums. Like I said, it's pretty slow down here right now. The rain already moved on at some point before we ever got here, and that east wind is just doesn't seem to go away. It's pretty slow, but we're still catching up. Yeah, can't see it from here, but I'm trying out a double rod holder setup. An old boy from the East Coast reached out to me a while back, asking me about a double rod holder setup. And he wasn't the first one. There's been several that have approached me over the last few years, but it's not something I typically do. The rod holders I make are single rod holders. I'm personally not a fan of having my poles real close together. I kind of like to spread them out a little bit. Some of these guys' ideas of having 2 or 3 poles in one rod holder is, I guess, it's kind of a neat idea and all, but I personally don't care for all that. I'm a one rod, one holder kind of guy. I kind of like them to have a few feet apart. I'm not a big fan of having stuff all bunched up. For those that like it, I'm grateful it works for them. I'm personally just not that. It just doesn't interest me. But I made this one out of some angle iron. It's still a personalized pipe holder like I do. But I made it with a couple pieces of angle iron, welded it up, coated it.
Gotta go watch my mom.
And I'm trying it, see how it works this time. Yeah, I can see your comments, Josie. So something actually hits one of those 2 live fish, then we'll see how that thing works. But just figured a place like this where we normally catch numerous fish, I figured it'd be a good place to try it out at least and just see if I liked it or not. Hey, Gil Master, thank you for stopping in. It was nice to meet y'all last night. We don't have a lot of action yet. Got an east wind, it's kind of crappy today. And whenever the rain came through here, it was sometime before we got here. Uh-oh, my bullhead's getting a bite. Whoa. whether he flopped it off the hook. He still got the sharp part of that hook. There you go. Janice's cut up drum just got slammed too. This one's probably in the 5-pound range. Beautiful little blue. He or she decided they liked that bullhead. Well, he ended up finding the sharp part of that river cat tackle hook in the process. Bullhead's a little bigger than the last one. I don't know, I might tie up a different hook for this one. See what he looks like when I stick a hook through his back. So I can only hope that I catch a bigger fish with a bigger bait. That's not how it usually works for me, but I can always hope. So that's promising. The live fish is getting ate. I'm always going to take that as a good sign. So she was reeling up her cut bait to check it. Had a really good pull on it a while ago, and then whatever it was dropped it and then never came back. So she just decided to reel it in and check it out. Be really nice to see this wind switch from the east and come from the south instead. might backfire on me, but that bullhead I just threw out there, I put him a lot closer to the stump than I had the last one. My personal biggest fish was a 22-pound channel cat. I think it was 3 years ago, maybe 4. Came from that stump on a crappie tail. This older cat and his son come out here. They went up on the lake, caught some crappie, and they come out here and asked if they could fish by us, and I'm like, well, sure. So they went down by that stump and then a little ways down from that. But they wasn't using bait like I ever seen. Them guys was using 10, 12, 14-inch crappie for bait. Like I was sitting there with my mouth on the ground. I'm like, dude, that ain't bait, that's food. And he says, you're right, that's food for that big blue sitting right over there. I'm like, okay, dude, it's your fish. They started chunking them things up. I don't think they brought in a fish under 15 pounds on that chunked up crappie. And he lost one. He had a 9 or 10 foot rod, the older guy did. And he lost one up in that stump. That rod was bent over like a horseshoe. He was using the head. I don't know if it was a big blue or a big flathead, but that rod just doubled over like a dish rag, and it never came out of that stump. Whatever it was big, and it wasn't giving back his hook or his bait. And when they left, they gave me all the leftover pieces. And so early that next morning, I took a big tail. And I mean, the tail was probably 4 or 5 inches wide on that thing. I chucked it out there and I caught a 22-pound channel out of that stump. Looks like we got somebody showing up that wants to put their kayak in the water. Might have to reel up a couple of my lines. We'll see what he says. We kind of got lines sporadic all over the river, but I'm going to go talk to him here and see what he needs me to do.
I'm gonna go straight out. I can go straight out far enough to where I'm on the river, and then I'm gonna go right down the river on this way.
So these two are probably out close to the middle. Those two there are closer to this side.
I can try to drop it where you're at. Are they? Taking a good one?
We got about a 4 or 5 pound weight of what my bullhead. Had something pulling on my bait.
somebody putting a kayak in.
I've lived down in Texas before. There's times of year where it's not ready for it. Then in the summertime, it's maybe some days outside.
Hey, good morning, Drill and Chill. Thank you for coming in. Went and chatted with that old boy. He's gonna set his kayak in the water, but making sure he didn't need me to reel up a couple poles. He said he'll just go around them. No big deal. But I was talking about crappie earlier and that old man a few years back, and that's exactly what this cat's got for bait here. Got herself some nice looking ugly sticks in the truck, and he's got some crappie in a bag. He's ready to go snatch up some catfish. Even as chilly as it still is, if we could just get the wind down. My grandson's kind of a small guy, so just really don't want him to be out there and freeze his tail off, because then it really ain't no fun for him. But if we could either get the temperature up a little or get the wind down, we just put our little boat in the water and go try to fish out a couple of brush piles. You're not allowed to walk very much of these banks back in here on this wetland, and so we've never really truly explored this because our son is handicapped, so we can't really put him in a boat. I hear that down in this area there is a handicap guide, a guy that has a boat set up for handicap. He's got a like enclosed cab and everything on his boat. So we're planning to save up our money and see if we can do a guided trip with that guy with our boy, and maybe get into some big fish that way. But if we can get the temperature up, that's what we're planning to do today, since we don't have our boy. Grandson can walk and talk and do his own thing, so we don't have to worry about that. way we don't have to park under the bridge. Good morning, Melissa. Thank you for stopping in. I'm going to go check out this ugly stick this guy has because I don't think I've ever seen one like it, or at least not up close. I'm going to go check it out here quick. I'll be back.
Bun?
Got enough signal down here we can actually do a live on YouTube. Yeah. We're still trying to find it.
That's what you get. Want to share one of these with me? Bun? Stay out of my butt.
Snack time.
Yeah, he's finally hungry.
Little wildcat. So I was checking out that guy's ugly stick catfish rod. It's kind of like a burnt orange color. Kind of neat looking. I don't know that I've ever seen one, but I've always been a fan of ugly stick as far as durability and sensitivity, but I've just never really been a fan of their action. They tend to be a lot floppier, for lack of a better word. They're a lot flimsier than I particularly care for. That one he's got is a 10-footer, and it looks like it's a lot stiffer. I was getting a few pulls on my baby carp again here a few minutes ago. Might turn my bait feeder off on that one.
Will I be in your way if I'm right here?
No,
Okay.
not at all. Hello, Darren. Thank you for stopping in. Uh-oh. Her cut bait's getting a hit. So here in Kansas, you're allowed up to 3 poles. Your normal license will give you 2 poles, and then you can buy a stamp or whatever you call it for a 3rd pole. And unlike Nebraska, Kansas does their license the way it should be. Whoops, you got something. So if you buy your license right now, today, what is it, the 26th, then next year on the 26th is when it's due. Where in Nebraska, you have to renew it every year no matter what. If you buy it in November, it's out in December. So, is it a good one?
Nothing. Never caught a fish off a cup.
Well, that was rude, but okay. Oh, you're mad. Well, you're the one that bit the hook. Cut bait.
For some reason, it started over. It says we got full signal 5G. That's interesting.
Do what?
It says we only got less than 14 minutes on the live. It just reconnected us again.
Huh.
Not sure what happened there. We got full signal of 5G. Oh well. At least it came back up. So I've been pestering Janice for a few years here to start venturing with bait other than night crawlers. her best flathead is an 18 pounder, and she caught it on a goldfish, which is one of my favorite baits. My best flathead is a 20 pounder, which I caught on her favorite bait, which is a nice crawler. So I have filtered night crawlers back into my arsenal.
I'll have you cast me back out when he's down.
And I generally keep one pole, whether I got 2 or 3 or whatever. I generally keep one pole with a night crawler, unless I only have room for, 1 or 2 poles, and then it's just, if I have live bait, I'll typically use that on both poles. Green sunfish are my #1 favorite, but bluegills, perch, for cut bait, I think pretty much anywhere you go, shad is going to be king. But we don't have any shad or crappie, so Janice chopped up one of those little baby drums, and that's what she just caught that little blue cat off of, was a piece of a drum. So far the wind doesn't seem to be too bad, so I hope it's not making too much noise in the phone.
Got one of them fancy kayaks.
Yeah. That little foot pedal deal's kind of neat. Just paddle that thing right on down the river. Want me to cast that? I don't know if she'll get him or not, but her night crawler was getting hit again. No, looks like she missed it. Yeah, it looks like that wind's trying to come out of the south.
Nice if this overcast stuff would go away.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see some sunlight. That's a fact.
wormy worm off that Mondo. Need a new piece of bait. Cut bait, get another worm on the other one.
Hello, Josie. So that was Janice's first fish she caught on a cut bait. I've been pestering her for a few years. She's still not sold on the live bait and the cut bait. But she is starting to break down and try it a little bit. That bullhead I threw out next to that stump just got a really nice hit. Whatever it was wasn't sold on it, evidently. Yeah. That bullhead's getting hit pretty good though.
Should be wishing for more live bait soon.
I managed to get my little baby carp off the hook.
Yeah. Somebody had a nice dinner.
But this is that hook I was talking about earlier, if anybody is still on that heard that. I can't remember what they call that one, but I really like that design of hook. And now I'm going to go get, I don't have any more baby carp, but I got another bullhead that's a little bigger.
I got cut bait on 2 of them and worm on 1.
Well, something was hitting that bullhead pretty solid there a few times.
The meat hunter seems to be slacking.
So I got one more nice small bullhead, and then I got this fatty right here, and I'm fixing to throw this fatty out there.
The way that wind is, I'm glad I brought sandwich making stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how much cooking you're going to do. Maybe cook a little bit. Set the big cooler on the ground on this side of the truck and block some of that wind probably.
I got ham and cheese and mayo and chips for sandwiches. Grandson have his way with it. He'd be into the chips already, but I wouldn't let him. I told him he gets what I give him.
So I don't know how important it actually is, because I mean, in the wild, they're going to eat these things with or without the barbs. But a lot of the flathead guys over the years have told me to chop off them little pokey fins on the side. And since my bullheads are getting 8 today, and I've been whacking those fins off the side, I guess I'm just going to go with it. If it works, it works.
Watching your fish swim or fly. You know, your poles don't move too much on that design you made there.
Yeah, when this one was getting hit earlier, it was wiggling that one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, nothing exponential, but
Yeah, I think I'll stick with the single rod. I can catch a fish off of my mondo with cut bait.
Be nice if we catch up one of them carps that's been jumping all over.
Yeah.
We'd have cut bait all day long.
And we know they like carp as cut bait because Mark gave us that one time. Or pieces of it for cut bait.
Yeah, last year they was tearing it up. So my little baby carp was gone off the hook, so now I just got two bullheads out there. One's kind of sizable. So if something tries to eat that, I'm guessing it's going to be a fairly decent size. But my smaller bullhead did have some pretty good pulls on it there. I'll give it a little while longer, and if nothing happens, then I'll reel it up and make sure it's still there. It's definitely not getting in a hurry to warm up out here. Not exactly nasty cold, it's probably mid 50s, but steady breeze the whole time we've been here and no sunlight whatsoever. But at least we're getting bites. And we're catching fish periodically. No, they robbed me.
Jerry! He was taking that thing.
Yes.
Holy cow.
That's the smaller of the two bullheads. Still toying with it. My line's going slack.
Yeah, he's still there.
Let him play for a second. Get this worm on the hook.
Got more bullheads.
Well, we tried. He just wasn't biting.
Should've went back into that pond.
So my smaller bullhead is still there because something was just pulling on it again.
Missing all these fish, Ricky. It's a monster kind of day. His grandson didn't let me sleep last night. He's like, fish, fish. Every time I told him to take a nap.
Oh, what do we got for snacks?
Nutter butters in there and honey buns.
See, I'm kind of hungry.
Nutter butter probably be in the better of the two, three. Or the, yeah, wafer butter. Well, I guess he was deciding he was done playing with it.
That's what I thought before too, but
Yeah, those would probably be better for you than the honey bun. Grandson. I wish the sun was shining.
yeah, it'd be nice.
Here in Kansas, you cannot use crappie as live bait. You can catch it and then cut it up for cut bait, but you cannot use it as live bait. Oh, he's got himself another fish.
Maybe.
Maybe, he said. Got himself another blue. Blues seem to be prominent the last couple of years.
And they seem to have a real fetish for bullheads.
Wow, that was your last.
Oh, I got one more small guy in there. Probably 5 pounds or so, I reckon.
We haven't posted any of these online. I'm gonna have to take a picture of that one so you can send it to Fong. Clean my lens for a better picture.
We got one more bullhead, and then I don't know what I'm going to do for bait.
I might have to try a big chunk of that drum I caught up. Stupid. I'm gonna send it to you so you can send it to Fong.
Well, my Patriotism are snatching them up today.
Yeah, mine's under rub. It's up a couple times because I can't really see it move, but I think it's a small guy.
Yeah, I'll see if I can catch up that last bullhead and chuck him out there. bullheads are getting hammered. Definitely need more bullheads. I have no idea where to even catch any around here. Yeah, baby carps and bullheads are getting tore up today.
Yeah.
Miss Cindy, thank you for stopping in. How are you today? So today, the bait that we need a lot more of are these little guys right here. This is my last bullhead. I brought 4 or 5 of these things, and they are just getting tore up down here. Really wish I would have took the time to catch some more.
Yeah, we should have went and tried to grab some more baby carp.
A couple times we could get out, we only caught the 4 or 5. But man, they are just getting ate up today. Nothing of any real size, but I think our biggest fish is probably, hey, there's Mark Nelson. I'm going to make Mark a moderator. There you go, Mark. You're a moderator.
He's like, haha.
Did you get your trees cut down? Did your guys show up for you? Native Wildman, how you doing, man? Thank you for stopping in. Mark, I'm going to tell you what, the next time you're able to come down here with us, buddy, these little guys here are just getting tore up. So we need to catch plenty of these things. How's your fishing trip going, Native Wildman?
Excuse me.
You guys catching them up?
He's not out yet.
I must be, no, it says I'm still on all messages. You must have seen the notes I'm not seeing. So there's comments I'm not even seeing here. Okay.
Figure it out.
Yeah, I switched it back around a little bit. Well, hopefully your guys show up for you, Mark. Hope you can get your trees cut up. Yeah, I understand, Native Wild Man. I got tendonitis or tennis elbow or whatever you want to call it. I got that as well. Yeah, Mark, we're catching up a few fish down here. Janice caught her first catfish on cut bait.
And now we're gonna try a cheesy hot dog. You never know.
She caught her first one on a cut bait. On a piece of drum. We caught a few small drums early on. These bullheads are getting ate up. I don't think I've ever fished anywhere where bullheads had that many bites. It took a while for them to start catching on, but man, they're getting tore up next to that stump. I got my last two bullheads in the water right now. Now one's kind of big, so he may or may not get a bite, but I hope so. Yeah, we're at the Republican River, upstream from the lake. Earlier, the worms was getting hit pretty good. Caught a few drums, caught a few blues. But the worms was slowed off quite a bit. As far as noticeable bites, they're still getting kind of robbed off the hook when can't really catch them, but pretty soon after one of these two bullheads disappears off the hook, I'm going to have to start chopping up drum. Again, I hope the wind ain't too bad on the microphone on the phone. Well, those three green sunfish will be fantastic flathead bait at least. I must have missed that part. I was with your live on and off for a while. I must have missed the part where you caught the turtle and the fish. Even though turtles can be irritating, it's still a catch, right? A catch is a catch. If you land the little bugger instead of him just taking your bait from you, you at least accomplish something. A lot of times I never actually land the dang turtle. They just steal my bait and then that's it.
Well, I had bites on that one. The worm was gone.
Thinking about switching from night crawler to cut bait on grandson's pole just to see what happens. Or just put his pole away and pull out my other meat hunter.
So I got cut bait on 2 and hot dog on 1. What's the worst that's gonna happen? I'm not gonna get bites like I'm getting now. Wish some of them small ones, I might switch hooks and see if I can catch some of them small ones that are still in my bait. I'd like to catch up a couple small carper or something.
I remembered my cast net. I forgot.
Yeah.
I remembered the cast net. I can at least try to catch up with that.
No, we're not helping you work on trees.
We kind of got a variety of hooks. I got like an 8 or 10-aught on my orange meat hunter. I got a 5 or 6-aught river cat tackle octopus circle hook on my Patriot meat hunter. And I got like a, I don't know, it's like a 1-aught or a 3-aught or something like that. Just a little red Eagle Claw J hook on my grandson's pole. One that we use for catching bullheads and that. And I honestly don't know what Janice has got on her rods.
2 6-aughts and one of them weird looking red ones.
Cosmo is your bird.
What is that cartoon? One of them cartoon characters' name is Cosmo. Kids used to watch it all the time. Finds out no tree climbers are working today. Then I'm going fishing.
Well, Mark, you know where we're at, buddy.
We're here all night.
We're going to be here all night. All you got to do is grab your crap and just come on down. You know where we are.
There's still time.
They burned off the bank, so your little spot down there in between the logs in that stump bed is wide open. The only other person that's out here is a fella in a kayak, and he went way downstream somewhere with some crappies and some ugly sticks. No native, no big fish. I think our biggest one is probably 5 to 7 pound range. We're kind of waiting for it to warm up just a little bit, which doesn't seem to be happening. I just don't want to take grandson out on the boat when it's cool like this. We're finally getting a little breeze out of the south instead of just the straight east, but we sure ain't getting no sunlight, that's for sure. But we definitely ain't getting any big ones so far.
How was that? Did Bill go with you? It's like, no, Bill's a sissy.
We even got food, Mark. We got stuff we can cook on the griddle. You ain't even got to worry about much. All you got to do is get in your truck and come on down here.
Yeah, Mark.
That tree will still be there tomorrow and Monday. It ain't going nowhere. If that thing's as big as what you say it is, ain't nobody fixing to jump on that thing in no hurry. It'll still be there. What, I missed one?
Cracker slept on our head last night.
Yeah, native, we're I guess you'd call it north of Wakefield. We normally don't, we're river rats. We normally don't fish the lake itself. It's just, we like the rivers. The Republican and the Big Blue are our primary spots. We love those two rivers. We catch our most and our best fish in those two. Well, if you and your buddy decide you want to try a different spot today, native, let me know and I can have Janice show me how to do a pin or whatever they call that.
Drop you a pin.
And I can send you a pin. Then you can get directly to where we're at. It's a really awesome spot. It's pretty much always quiet out here. We know a few places to fish around the actual lake itself, but we prefer the rivers, especially this time of year.
That's an airplane.
We ain't fixing to go home until tomorrow, so we'll be here all night.
Our dog thought we were abandoning him this morning, and he sat there and whined and cried. But our kid is at the house. Oh, there he is. Wow, the bites just stopped.
Yep. That's all right. Be a good time to catch something to eat, probably, I guess. Now there ain't nothing to do.
Make yourself a sandwich then. I can get all the stuff out for you. Got lunch meat and cheese and mayo and chips. If I get out the cheese puffs, grandson eat the whole bag.
Now, we actually know of several spots up and down the Republican that we've fished over the years. No, Mayo, you're a mustard person? Yeah, I can't do mustard. That's harsh. I can't do it.
Yeah, I didn't buy any mustard. I forgot that one.
I like some, like if I'm going to have a bologna sandwich, I like some pepper jack cheese and some tomatoes and some mayo. Some jalapenos if I got them. Hello, Josie. Oh, you're getting hit on your cut bait. Well, the bites have been dead for a little while, but she's getting hit on her cut bait. You miss him? Yeah.
He's swimming towards me.
It looks like he dropped it, maybe. Well, looks like she got him.
No, he just dropped it.
Never mind. False alarm twice. We haven't caught any in a little while here. That was the first bite we've had in probably, I don't know, probably 20-30 minutes, I guess, since I caught that last blue on that bullhead. That's the first bite we've had. You want me to cast that, or are you going to do it?
I'm gonna try.
So evidently, whatever it was, like that chunk of drum, they just didn't get the sharp part while they was there. I think it's time to get a sandwich. Probably the best way to entice a bite is to make sure I'm busy with something else. You got old Fong on your Facebook?
Probably not.
Well, Mark, you know where we are, buddy. All you got to do is come on down here, brother.
You have native man in texting or messenger?
I got his phone number. I can send him a note.
You just gotta forward it to people.
No, we don't have our dogs, Mark.
What do you want?
Our daughter and son-in-law was actually good enough to watch our boy this weekend, so we don't have our son, we just have our grandson. So you could say it's an actual free weekend.
What do you want? You want a sandwich? Alright, well give me a minute. I'm trying to get Grandpa some stuff set up here.
But you know where we're at, Mark. Bring your cooler, man.
Mark, quit being a sissy.
Well, he's loading up his stuff. He's going to come down.
Oh, yay! Does he need me to send the pin to him too? I don't have him on Facebook. Or Messenger.
He ain't on. Mark ain't on Facebook. But, no, Mark knows where we are.
I'm gonna make grandson a sandwich.
We're doing okay today. Drill and chill. We got kind of a variety of stuff going on. I got bullheads on these two meat hunters over here. Then on grandson's pole over here, I just got a night crawler. We got his pro angler out here. My real guy down in Texas, Jesse Laredo, he's the guy that I need any tunes or rebuilds or whatever on reels, like he's the dude. He's a dealer of a brand called Pro Angler, so I got a few of those and we're trying them out. The Janice has got a brand new pink Hellcat Revenge rod that she won off a Facebook game. And then she's got her Mondo Cat, and she's got one of her meat hunters over there.
About tripped and fell on my face.
We got a chunk of drum on one of the rods, and we got some worms, and we got some bullheads.
We're even trying a hot dog.
Oh, that sounds like a neat job. Back when me and Janice was first married, I used to install sprinkler systems. I worked for a landscaper. That was a long time ago.
Ricky, you gotta give me 5 seconds, man.
I really enjoyed landscaping. Native Wildman, if you got a reel that needs worked on, man, reach out to me. I'll give you the guy's phone number in that. Or if you're on Facebook, I can get with you on Facebook and hook you up with him that way. Like Jesse Laredo with BSF and Get Real down in San Antonio.
Dang it, Ricky.
He's the only dude that touches my reels.
Relax.
I don't know what he does, but he knows reels.
Now this is a full bag of cheese puffs.
Ha,
It is full.
not for long, not when grandson gets a hold of it. Well, that's a long time, 25 years. I was actually really good at laying sod. I don't think I could do sod anymore. I've spent most of my adult life in factories. Last year, when they started downsizing at the factory, instead of waiting to see if I was get laid off, I took another opportunity that came up. I haven't entirely decided whether it was an opportunity or just a stupid decision, but at 50 years old, I decided to get into learning construction and remodeling and stuff like that. So a native wild man, I only took apart one bait caster reel in my whole life, and a bunch of parts went flying everywhere, and I haven't done it since. But I can tell you, my dude Jesse down there in Texas, man, you send him a reel and it'll come back better than what it was coming out of the factory. Like, Janice is actually really fond of her little Mad Cat 6500 reels, and she had one that was messing up. We sent it down to Jesse. When it came back, it worked better than it did out of the factory box. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Try one of my fake fish.
Honestly, I don't know if there's such a thing as a cheap Abu Garcia 6500. I got a couple of Abu 7000s left, and those two I'm probably going to keep because Jesse did an upgrade on those things and bulletproofed them for me. But otherwise, I'm switching to Penn your abus and your mad cats and your reels like that. They have a, yeah, okay, now, yeah, your Catfish Pro, $260, yeah. I have yet to buy a 7,000 for under $200. Because even the one I bought for $180, I think it was still $200 after tax. But I got a couple 7,000s. He did an upgrade on them, so I think I'm going to keep those. But otherwise, I'm switching to pin. I think the abus are a lot smoother cast. But I'll tell you what, pin has gears and drag that are, I think you could pull your truck up the ditch bank for it. But yeah, Native, let me know if you really want to get that reel fixed. I'll give you the guy's info. Well, Josie, you want to fish, you are more than welcome to come get it. You show up, I'll give you 2. Said okay. Well, it looks like we're finally getting some breeze out of the south, but sure ain't getting no sunlight. See that cliff over there? That's where I want to fish.
Hey, my name's not Hey. Holy cow, you were hungry.
Well, Native, we really don't like to eat fish. Got an elderly guy over in Lincoln that we know that about once or twice a year we'll catch up some and take them to him. Him and his wife love some fish. But we don't really eat them. I don't really know, Josie. I haven't caught a fish since that last one I caught on a bullhead. Matter of fact, I think that was the last fish we caught. Kind of went dead here for a little while. Josie, I can't really. I think so, but I can't really give you an honest answer on that. I know you was the first one to comment. That I can say for sure.
Can't stand in my way when I'm walking. I'm stepping on you.
I know it took a while. I know it took a while for anybody to come in. There's a lot of lives going today. A lot of guys, a lot bigger than me. Randy and Lisa Swain got the Woats tournament going, so two stands and Chrissy are hosting that, and whoever's fishing in that, which that'll be a pretty good sized crowd. Rustic Outdoors was on earlier when we got here, so I know some folks was watching that. Well, Mark, you ain't catching nothing from there, bud. Need to throw your poles in your truck and come on down here. Whatever you got for bait, I'm sure they'll eat it. We've caught fish on cut drum, live bullhead, and night crawlers.
To catch some. Is he off? He must be backing up. Is Mark off or still on?
He just commented again.
Mark, that ain't loaded up your truck. Need you to catch up a carp to cut up. I was taking care of grandson.
Yeah, and I do need to get something. Josie, I honestly ain't even looked today.
218. I just put it.
I see that. Yeah. I'm answering a question. else heading out there. I've actually gained almost all of those in the last. Josie Mark is a friend of ours. He lives up in Nebraska near us. I used to work with him. I actually gained most of the subs that I do have in the past. I don't know, I would say 3 to 4 months. I fell in with a really nice crowd on YouTube with Skipjack Cindy and Travis and Miss Jody, Pontoon Jody, Luminary Shines, Randy and Lisa Swain, Hog Leg, Two Stands, Steve Thomas. Like, there's a pretty good sized group of really, really nice, supportive people, most of which are God-fearing people. And they kind of let me be in their crowd. Well, Mark, you and your cheese need to come down here and fish with us. Not loading your truck up to bring your cheese.
must have been imagining it.
I don't know. I think I'm about to go check that night crawler though.
Got some real littles moving. How big of a hook do you got on that?
One of them little red ones. I might switch that out. Put a circle hook about that size on. Cause we still got them little octopus circle hooks. Some of them. How's my battery doing? Oh, I better charge my battery.
The battery charging back.
All right, hope you guys do good, Native. Hope y'all snatch up a good one. Thank you, Josie. I appreciate that. Well, guys, my battery's getting kind of low, so I'm going to have to jump off of here.
We'll go back live later.
Hopefully here when the phone's done charging, the fish will be biting again. Kind of went dead on us here for the last hour or two, maybe. But I appreciate folks that stopped in to give us a moment of their time today. I think we'll go back live here after a while. But right now I got to charge this up. But I appreciate you.